Hello and welcome. This is the Barcelona Podcast, YouTube exclusive. I'm Dan Hilton, one of the two hosts of the Barcelona Podcast. Things are a little different right now, so I just wanted to update everybody on what's happening with Frances and I, the show, FC Barcelona, and the world of football for the next few weeks. Starting with the most important stuff, we here at the Barcelona Podcast want to implore everybody to stay safe. Follow the advice of your public health officials wherever you may be in the world, and err on the side of caution in these times. Be kind to one another. Be patient, and if you're in a privileged position to stay home, please do so. The Barcelona Podcast isn't all I do in sports, so the good news for you is that I'll be home for the next few weeks to churn out some fun content for everybody. Frances is doing well too, and you'll be hearing both of us on the podcast every week as normal. So that's the good news. The bad news is what we all know. There is so much uncertainty around when football will be back and what it'll look like when it returns. La Liga is suspended for at least 2 weeks, but I have the feeling that it's 2 weeks minimum. Like the NBA, NHL, and so many other leagues that were deep into their seasons, the season could be canceled altogether. Barcelona officials have done the right thing and suspended all first-team activity until further notice. This coming after all La Masia activity had been suspended prior. Barcelona versus Napoli has been postponed, not canceled, a big difference. So if the season doesn't get finished, how will we look at that asterisk? Would Barcelona be crowned champions because of where the current table sits, or would there be a situation with no champion at all? This is completely unprecedented. The only times La Liga has been cancelled was the 3 seasons from 1936 to 1939 during the Spanish Civil War. Even during World War II, La Liga continued. In fact, this is when Atletico Madrid, then Athletic Aviación, won their first 2 titles. RFEF president Luis Rubiales has said that there are 4 options at the moment. Complete the season, cancel it, end it now, or use the halfway table. Those last 2 options give Barca the title. But regardless, it would still be a bit odd. With 11 matches left to play, working with UEFA and their role in the Champions League and Euro 2020 will be essential. It's this area where I'm actually hopeful. People might complain, but this situation, as I said, is unprecedented, and a fair and reasonable solution should take some creativity. One-off games, a truncated schedule, there are a number of solutions, and they all depend on how long this break lasts. A silver lining for Barca may be that if football does return and the season needs to be finished, Luis Suarez will definitely, and Ousmane Dembélé could even play a part too. Not to immediately burst that bubble, but I guarantee the football on the field will look a bit like preseason, but with much, much higher stakes. And how will this affect transfers? Will the window stay the same? Are deals now being cut in secret while everybody is stuck on their phones? I think that's something we'll know a lot more about in a few weeks, but don't be surprised if Neymar stories start getting louder and louder in the next few weeks. People have to talk about something, I guess. Wrapping this up with some more serious stuff, there is a social responsibility on those with a great following, and I'm happy that the captain, Messi, stepped up to the plate. He posted on Instagram with this message: "These are complicated days for the whole world. We are living, worried about what is happening, and we want to help by putting ourselves in the place of those who are suffering the worst, either because they have been directly affected, or their family and friends, or because working in the front line to fight it in hospitals and health centers. I want to send a lot of strength to all of them." He went on to say, "It's the moment to be responsible and stay at home. We can also enjoy this time with our family that we don't always have. A hug, and I hope we can turn this situation around as soon as possible. Hashtag quédate en casa. Hashtag stay at home." Football will be back, but for everybody who can, take a breath, watch some old matches, do some light reading. I'll have some of my personal favorite books coming up in a video or blog post soon enough. But most importantly, stay safe. I know we won't be getting back to matches anytime soon, and the conversations are going to start to feel the same, but I hope a little Barcelona podcast content can help things feel a little more normal for you. Thanks to everybody that tunes in, subscribes, and enjoys the Barcelona community with us. Until next time, Força Barça.